I think I just figured out how to speed up oscillators. Um, it's one of the ways you can create an oscillator. Basically like a CPU oscillator. Um, all you have to really do is create an offset of voltage differences with either magnetism, light, or electricity. Primarily, the most fundamental principle would actually be light. Light is the source, the primary source. Magnetism is different because you have to switch magnetism in order to create an offset. Well, you could spin it with a motor and create offsetting voltages, but basically, for the most part, the key to this is creating an offset, and light is one of the best ways to do that. So basically, you take two photons that allegedly have either a pulse or a frequency, depending upon what you know about wave theory right now, and you offset the timing of the reception of a photon in a conductor that gets amplified by a transistor, and that difference in voltage is how you create the oscillator for the oscillating frequency of a CPU. So you can essentially just offset two voltages at a high dosage that are phasing in a field, and it will be the dominant particle field. The dominant particles will overpower all other frequencies, and then you just basically take that frequency and you turn it into an oscillator. Then you create what is known as an ADC and a processor, and you run those off that oscillator, and it will collect your data based on the timing of the electrical circuits and how they actually factor in. So then you can create a high frequency in a very simple processor ADC that can easily calculate like a bunch of zeros and ones or even analog voltages and run a calculation on anything that basically could be measured in the world that is a measurement of frequency. It would be that simple. Just you really need to develop the transistor and the antenna, and you have to isolate the fielding. Once you isolate the fielding, you then just catch two different voltages at an offset, and basically just slightly in different phase, and it creates an oscillator that's high frequency, and it will actually be your clock for your CPU.